Hello, Rama Rama Popodu. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with the next part. During the ensuing days, I endeavor to get into closer contact with the Maharishi, but fail. There are three reasons for this failure. The first arises naturally out of his own reserved nature, his obvious dislike of argument and discussion, his stolid indifference to one's beliefs and opinions. It becomes perfectly obvious that the sage has no wish to convert anyone to his own ideas, whatever they may be, and no desire to add a single person to his following. The second cause is certainly a strange one, but nevertheless it exists. Since the evening of that peculiar dream, I feel a great awe whenever I enter his presence. The questions which would otherwise have come chatteringly from my lips are hushed, because it seems almost sacrilege to regard him as a person with whom one can talk and argue on an equal plane, so far as common humanity is concerned. The third cause of my failure is simple enough. Almost always there are several other persons present in the hall, and I feel disinclined to bring out my private thoughts in their presence. After all, I am a stranger to them and a foreigner in this district. That I voice a different language to some of them is a fact of little import, but that I possesses cynical, skeptical outlook, unstirred by religious emotion, is a fact of much import. When I attempt to give utterance to that outlook, I have no desire to hurt their pious susceptibilities, but I have also no desire to discuss matters from an angle which makes little appeal to me. So, to some extent, this thing makes me tongue tied. It is not easy to find a smooth way across all three barriers. Several times I am on the point of putting a question to the Maharishi, but one of the three factors intervenes to cause my failure. My proposed week end quickly passes, and I extend it to a week. The first conversation which I have had with the Maharishi, worthy of the name, is likewise the last. Beyond one or two quite perfunctory and conventional scraps of talk, I find myself unable to get to grips with the man. The week passes and I extend it to a fortnight. Each day I sense the beautiful peace of the sage's mental atmosphere, the serenity which pervades the very air around him. The last day of my visit arrives, and yet I am no closer to him. My stay has been a tantalizing mixture of sublime moods and disappointing failures to effect any worthwhile personal contact with the Maharishi. I look around the hall and feel a slight despondency. Most of these men speak a different language, both outwardly and inwardly. How can I hope to come closer to them? I look at the sage himself. He sits there on Olympian heights and watches the panorama of life as one apart. There is a mysterious property in this man which differentiates him from all others I have met. I feel somehow that he does not belong to us, the human race, so much as he belongs to nature, to the solitary peak which rises abruptly behind the hermitage, to the rough tract of jungle which stretches away into distant forests, and to the impenetrable sky which fills all space. Something of the stony, motionless quality of lonely Arunachala seems to have entered into the Maharishi. I have learnt that he has lived on the hill for 30 years and refuses to leave it, even for a single short journey. Such a close association must inevitably have its effects on a man's character. I know that he loves this hill, for someone has translated a few lines of a charming but pathetic poem which the sage has written to express this love. Just as this isolated hill rises out of the jungle's edge and rears its squat head to the sky, so does this strange man raise his own head in solitary grandeur, nay, in uniqueness out of the jungle of common humanity, just as Arunachala, hill of the secret beacon. That's all, folks. Let's continue the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Pupodu.